Hey guys, it's Marissa from Beneath the Moon Stars, and I'm here today to do, well, tonight, it's kind of dark out, right? This light kind of sucks. But anyways, I'm here to do my December wrap-up and January TBR. The month is over, that means the year is over, guys. It's 2014 is in the past, and that's weird. When did that happen? That year went by so fast, but I'm excited for 2015. I'm excited for new books, and just think it's gonna be a good year. I hope. And I hope that y'all think that too. So before we talk about this year, let's talk about the last books that I read last year. And the first book that I read in December was Biggest Flirts by Jennifer Eccles. This is the first book in her super lot of series. I don't know if I say it. Series, and I really love this book. I have read two other Jennifer Eccles books, and I liked them, but there was always something about them that kept me from absolutely loving them, and this one didn't have that. I loved it so much. Jennifer Eccles, you did it this time. Good job. Then I did a series binge and reread Shatter Me and Unravel Me, and then finally read Ignite Me. Yeah, this book, I don't even remember when this book came out, but I knew that I needed some time to let the hype die down and let my feelings settle before I tried the last one, because I knew it was probably gonna be intense, and it was, but I actually really ended up loving it. I did. I'm bad. I'm gonna miss this, guys. It's just all 5 stars. All these books. I'm pretty sure all the books this month are 5 stars. And the next book that I read was Plus One by Elizabeth Thama, and I've wanted to read this book ever since I saw the cover. And then I read the synopsis, and I wanted to read it even more. It was my kind of book. I just loved it. I kind of wish that it was a series. It would be a great series, but it does not. This book was so cute, and I just read it. I just flew through it from page 1. It was I could not stop. I couldn't. It was so good. So good. And last but not least, I read Curses and Smoke by Vicky Alvear Schechter. And this is obviously a book about Pompeii, and I've never read anything about Pompeii, but I think it's really interesting. I love Titanic, so definitely, everyone's gonna die, apparently, is my thing, but I actually really loved it. It was a nice, forbidden romance, and it was sad, but I was expecting that, and it was a nice way to end the year, definitely. And that's it for December. I didn't get to read as much as I wanted. I actually didn't start a book until all my classes were over, and that was halfway through December, and then I just wasn't in that binge read mood, so I only read 6 books. But I feel like January might be a little better, because I still have, I think, 2 more weeks of break, and I'm just gonna read and read. And I've already read 1 book, and that was a reread of, you can't even see the title, The Unbecoming of Mary Dyer by Michelle Hodkin. I read this book 2 or 3 years ago, and I loved it. It's just so different and really scary, and yes, I loved it. And I loved it again the second time, and I read it very quickly. It was such a big book. And then next, of course, I'm about to start The Evolution of Mary Dyer, and that is the sequel, and I read this one, and I actually wanted to read the first one before I read this one, but I was too impatient, so now I'm actually going to reread all of these so that I can finally get to The Retribution of Mary Dyer, which is the last book, and it's been much awaited because I kept pushing it back, and I'm so excited. I've heard a lot of different things about it, but I'm still really excited. So honestly, those are kind of the only set in stone books I plan on reading for January. It's kind of the same thing as last month, where I'm I have a bunch of time to read, but I don't really know yet what I want to read. It'll be more what I feel like, but I did get a lot of books for Christmas, so I'll definitely be getting to those. One of them I know I want to get to is Amy Rogers' Epic Detour by Morgan Matson. I read Since You've Been Gone by her and loved it, and I've been wanting to read this book for so long, and I've read such good things, and I haven't read it. I'm gonna get to it, okay? Then I have two Rainbow Rowell books, however you pronounce her name, and that is Attachments and Landline, and these are her two adult books, and it's actually her first book and her latest book, and I'm so excited. Rainbow Rowell is bae, like, she's just bae, okay? I'm so funny. I know, I feel like I'm gonna read a lot of contemporary this month for some reason, because it's just what I'm in the mood for, and I fly through the baby so fast. So yeah, I have other books that I've had for a while that I should probably get to, but we'll see what I actually end up feeling like reading at the end of January when I see y'all again. Until then, I hope you had a lovely Christmas and New Year, and you read as much books as you planned in 2014, and that 2015 is a very happy reading year, and I will see you next month.